Om Tat Sat. Namaste, everyone. This practice will be about hope. Hope is that feeling inside us that tells us we will succeed if we keep trying and don't give up, despite the odds. Where there's life, there is hope. And when hope enters the soul, it makes all things new. Our hope springs eternal, where the seeds of faith are sown. So faith in ourselves and our purpose in life will brighten the rays of hope to shine through the darkest of fears. What Helen Keller said was, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope. So let's take some centering breaths as we invoke spirit and create sacred space and time for this practice. And just take a few moments to center with the ideas of faith, hope, and optimism. Filling yourself to the crown on the inhale and emptying every bit of air on the exhale. Squeezing out every drop as you pull the navel to the spine and engage through the abdominal and pelvic floor muscles. Relax the contraction to fill the lungs fully and completely till you can't sip in any more air. And then release it. Gratefully let it go. And wait until all that breath is gone before thinking of the next breath. So we take one breath at a time, enjoy it fully and completely, filling ourselves with hope, faith, and optimism. Now, Ganesh Mudra brightens the heart, promotes confidence and courage while breaking up stuck energies. Try using this mudra when there is sadness in the heart, hopelessness, or low self-esteem. This gesture helps to build willpower to face the difficulties in life. So create it by cupping the fingertips together, hooking them together, and one hand facing out, the other hand facing in, here at heart level. And after you have that clasp, then begin to pull the elbows apart without releasing the clasp. See if that helps you sit up a little straighter. Broaden the chest as you increase the strength in the back of the body. And after a few breaths, switch the hand so the opposite hand is facing out. And reclasp, hooking the fingers. And take a few strong breaths, pulling the elbows apart. As you exhale, begin that pull, strengthening the back muscles in the body, and relax some of that tension on the inhale. That's fine. You can release the clasp, Ganesh Mudra, and start to fold forward over the hips. Walking the hands forward, bowing the head down. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om and salutations to the remover of obstacles, Ganesh. Lift up the back, change the feet, bring the opposite foot in front. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest, look up, and tilt the head back. Good. And now fold forward again, walking the hands forward. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Deep bow to this remover of obstacles. Our willpower that keeps us trying. Our faith in ourselves and in our Dharma, that we have a purpose, we have meaning, and we will fulfill that meaning. Now, release and lift up to a straight spine. And we'll come around to kneeling. First, Anahata Asana. Walk the hands forward. Scoop the chest in towards the thighs, while integrating the arm bones into the shoulders and the shoulder blades onto the back. So there's good muscular energy in the upper back. And the arms hug to the midline, navel to the spine. But you allow a pulsation, that the breath in relaxes tension, and the breath out reaffirms your intention, strengthens your willpower, renews your faith. Now keep the elbows down as you slide forward. There's still an arch in the lower back. This is 8 points pose, where you bring the chin and chest, knees and elbows to the mat. Notice there's still a little curve in the lower back because the hips are lifted. Now go on down with the hips. Slide the hands back under the shoulders and curl the chest up for Cobra pose. Bhujangasana. And draw the shoulder blades down. Open the heart. And if you feel like a little movement, swaying side to side like a slithering snake, just wake up the back, wake up the hips, the head, the neck, whatever feels like moving. And then push back to table pose. And here we're going to work the hips a little bit. Lifting the right leg, extend that leg out. Inhale, lift and extend. And on the exhale, tuck the knee in towards the chin, rounding the back. And repeat with your breath. Inhale, extend, arch, exhale, tuck in and round. Nice, big, healthy breaths. And while we're balanced on this left knee, take the right knee out to the side and circle it forward, making Circles with the right knee. And then reversing the circles. Now rest down with the right knee on the mat. Lift up the left leg and extend it out. Inhale, lift and extend. And exhale, tuck the knee in as you round the back, knee to chin. Meanwhile, keeping the fingers strong, clawing the mat with all 10 fingertips. Circling the left knee. And reversing the circles. That's good. You're done. Lower the knees and lunge pose. Or step the right foot forward and left knee back. You're going to lift up the hands to that right knee and breathe calm. Faith and hope, power into the legs to press down, and now raise the arms. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, strengthen the core. Great. And lower the arms. Bring that left hand down, the right arm back up, twisting to look up to the right hand. Lower the right hand, but bring it inside the right leg. And then start to straighten the right knee. You may need to move that right heel forward a few inches. And with the inhale, back off, soften the knee, and sense how you're holding your hips and shoulders. With the exhale, then fold a little farther, engaging, tightening the thigh muscles, the abdominal muscles. But allowing that pulsation between inhale and exhale to move you gracefully. Now, please turn to the left and pivot on the left knee. You're going to be facing the side. So the left hand will reach to the back of the mat. The right arm lift up and over the head. And tilt the head back. You want to integrate that arm bone, the right arm bone, into the shoulder and the shoulder blade into the back of the rib cage. This action of integration in the back side of the body will be key as we move forward. Now look down and release, hands in front. And we'll take the left arm and thread it underneath, tucking the left shoulder down. The left hand may find this ball of the left foot to hold on and bind. Feeling a stretch in the back of the neck, so there's elongation and not compression in the neck. The right hand can be used for balance and support, or you can open the right arm also, take it behind for more of a twist. And when you're finished, inhale, lift the head up, and step that right foot back. Come back to table pose. Curl the toes under, lift up the knees, and press into down dog, where you can walk the knees, move the hips around, and just generally loosen up the back. Okay. Next, we're going to step the left foot forward, lower the right knee down, and press down through the legs. Climb up to that left knee with the hands. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, tighten through the core, the thighs, the lower abdomen, so you have stability to raise the arms and embrace this opportunity for growth, for the expansion of hope, and reinforce the faith in yourself and what you believe. And your willpower to work for what you desire. And lower the hands down. We'll keep the right hand down and windmill the left arm up, twisting to gaze up to that left hand. I'm using the muscles in the upper back to draw the shoulder blades in and release the left hand down, but bring it to the inside of the left leg. Move that left foot forward a little and then start to fold over the left hip. So we start gradually with the knee bent, just so we can reassess, fine-tune our alignment. First, we need to sense how we are holding our body before we decide, oh, no, we want to change a little here, a little there, so that when you exhale, you can go deeper in a safe and controlled way. So safe stretching involves muscular energy engaging and strengthening the muscles that you're stretching, so those muscles can stretch evenly and not overstrain the ligaments where they attach. Now, going to pivot to the right side, turn to the right, and bring the right hand to the back of the mat. Lift the left arm up and take it over the head. Now I need to just move to the other side so I can see. Yes, that's good. Spiraling the chest open and really working to contract those muscles in the upper back, drawing the shoulder blades in towards the spine, so you get a big opening in the chest. It also is keeping this supporting arm stronger by integrating to the back. And release that arm back. down and thread the right arm underneath. So the right hand can reach back to the ball of the right foot. Tuck the chin so there's elongation in the spine. And if you don't need the left hand for support, you might take it out behind to add a little more leverage in the shoulders to twist. And it's kind of a fine balancing act. It's very easy to topple over. So when you're done, lift the right shoulder up and go onto hero pose, virasana, sitting back to the heels. Okay. Inhale, shoulders open. Exhale, engaging the leg muscles in a way that hugs them towards the midline and presses the tops of the toenails and feet into the floor. We're using strength around the ankles. Use that stability with the muscles of the legs to give you the freedom to stretch and lift up the right arm, stretch over to the left side. The left hand pressing down and away will add to the stretch in the side body. Now we'll switch sides, so the right hand down, so you can see, I'll turn, and the left arm lift up, crescent over to that right side with the left arm. The right hand will press down and away to keep the sitting bones grounded. You can allow the breath to modify the pose. And create something graceful and beautiful with this. Good. Lower the left hand. And we come to child's pose. In this child's pose, I'll ask you to hold on to the sides of the hips as you lower the head down. Finish that exhale. Then inhale, lift up the head, lift up the hips, and press the hips forward as you arch back. And then repeat that with your breath, folding down on the exhale to child's pose. Lifting up on the inhale to camel pose. Try a few more cycles. Make sure when you come up into camel pose that you're hugging, squeezing the shoulder blades into the back. Integrating, connecting, making a complete strengthen upper shoulders, back. All right, resting from our camel pose. I guess we will go to down dog. Lift up the knees and press the hips back for Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Relaxing the knees and shoulders on the inhale, arch the lower back. With the exhale, lengthen the legs, push the hands forward. So there's an elongation through the spine that pulses regularly with the breath. Walk forward to the hands. And inhale, roll the back up to stand. Lift up the arms over the head. And bring palms together down to the heart. Connecting mind and body, breath and will. All right, let's go to a back bend. We can hold on to the back of the waist, draw the shoulder blades in, elbows behind, and start pressing down through the heels. Lift up with the chest and tilt the head back. Use lots of muscular energy in the legs. Strengthen in the buttocks. And lift up to a straight spine and slide the hands down the front of the legs to the knees. Pause halfway, folding forward to roll the shoulders back. Lengthen through the throat and the neck. And then exhale, keep sliding the hands down to a forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, knees soften, spine lengthens. And on the exhale, we tighten the muscles that we're stretching, and the hamstrings and the calves. And we can go a little deeper on the exhale. Legs straight, pressing the feet and hands down. Now widen the feet for Malasana and squat down with the hips below the knees, the elbows inside, and the hands in prayer. Inhale, open the chest, widen the heart, and exhale, engage through the thighs to squeeze the knees tight against the elbows. Squat. Now come back, stand up, step to the front for Fearless Heart. First, a Fearless Heart mudra. Across the right wrist over the left. Hook the pinkies, little fingers together, skip the ring fingers, and then hook the middle and index fingers together, leaving the thumb and ring fingers to touch. So we have 2 rings, and bring all that to the heart. Or Abhaya Hridayam, the Fearless Heart mudra. Breathe in that calm optimism, fearless and indomitable, unstoppable. And we begin our Fearless Heart Namaskara. Inhale, sweep the arms up, arch back, and exhale, fold forward. Once the hands touch, bend the knees, step the right foot back, and lower the right knee down. You're going to press down through the legs, sweep the arms up to Anjaneyasana. And take a complete breath. Exhale, lower the hands down, step the left foot back to Downward Dog. Inhale to High Plank. And exhale, roll down through Cobra. Knees, chest, chin, Point the toes and curl up into cobra. Have a little slithering twist. And then lower the chest down. And push up to table pose. Okay. Curl the toes under, press back to downward dog. Take 3 breaths. Now, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down, and once the legs are under you, lift the arms up. Take a complete breath. And exhale, lower the hands down. Inhale, step the left foot forward. And exhale, fold in Uttanasana. Inhale, stand up. Lift the arms, Tadasana. And exhale, lower the arms. Take a resting breath. And repeat. Inhale, sweep up, arch back. And exhale, fold forward. Step the left foot back, lower the knee, and then lift the arms. Take a complete breath in. And exhale, lower the hands down. Step the right foot back to downward dog. Inhale to high plank. And exhale down through cobra. Inhale up with cobra. And exhale down to the mat. Inhale, push up to table pose. Curl the toes under. And exhale, press back to downward dog. Take 3 complete breaths. Look up, step the left foot forward. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms. Take a complete breath in. And exhale, hands down. Inhale, right foot forward to meet the left. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, soften the knees, lift the arms, stand all the way up, full stretch. And exhale, relax, hands down. Stand near the middle of the mat for warrior 3. Lift up the arms, starting the arms at shoulder height. Toe touch back with the right foot. Find the balance in the left leg. Springy, but not stiff. Right. Then lift up the right toes. Begin to open forward. Use the strength in the upper back to keep drawing the shoulder blades into the spine, lifting the palms higher, lifting the back leg higher. And rest. Bring the right foot down. Realign with your hope, your faith and optimism. And this side will be even better. So lift the arm, shoulder height. Balance on the right leg as you toe touch back with the left foot. So keep the springiness in that right leg. You don't need to lock out the knee because then you start to lose the ability to correct and rebalance. but lift up the left toes. Maybe they come up for an inch or two to start. With more confidence, lift the back leg higher. Keep working, keep trying, squeezing the shoulder blades in, lifting the palms up. It's a lot of effort. All right, relax down and rest. All right, we're going down to three-legged dog. Hands on the mat, and walk the feet back. And this time, just lift the right leg up. Three-legged dog. And now we're going to hug the right knee into the chest, pivot on the left foot, and balance on the right arm. Now the right leg can slide underneath, out to the side, and give you support on the floor to help lift up the hips, or do that with the arm balance and float the right foot up off the floor. If you've got that, go on to bind the right foot with the left hand and stretch that out. Back to down dog. Turn around. All right, down dog and lifting the left leg up. Three-legged dog. Key actions, hugging the shoulder blades into the back, integrating arm bone. So you tuck the knee in, pivot, and slide the left leg through to open the chest. Stargazing. Try and float the left foot up, or bind the right hand to the left foot and take the left leg forward. Back to down dog when you're done. Ooh, that's kind of spring-loaded. All right, now you can rest the knees down. Take a nice breath. And come on to seated position. Well, balance on the sitting bones. We'll do a little of the boat pose. Lift the heels up so the back is straight. I'll give you the side view. The shoulders back, and then try and straighten the legs. You can try and release the hands, hold Ganesha Mudra. And if you're holding the mudra, switch the direction, the palms. Perfect. Lower the feet down, widen the legs. For a wide leg forward fold. Okay, so move the sitting bones back and apart so the lower back can draw in, the chest lift up, the spine lengthen. Inhale up through the crown, lengthen the spine, and exhale, press down through the sitting bones and down through the inner thighs, and start to lean forward. Each inhale coming up a little to reassess and be more sensitive to how you're holding your body. And then with the exhale, reaffirm your commitment, strengthen your willpower, your muscles. You can do this. If you keep trying, you will succeed with your faith and your hope. Just be persistent, but be mindful. Now, lifting the back up, come to Janu Shirshasana, the head to knee pose. Extend the left leg forward and bend the right knee out to the side. Inhale, lift up through the heart. And exhale, fold forward from the core, tightening the tummy, engaging quadriceps. So you're lifting up through the kneecap, up through the femur, right back into the hip socket. Have that nice deep crease in that left hip. You can lift up, out, and over the hip. Still able to take complete breaths. And over a series of breaths, notice how the pose becomes more accessible. If you don't rush into the pose, but just wait, use persistence and willpower to stay on target. You'll get there. Now lift up with the inhale and exhale, right leg extend. Inhale, bend left knee, sit up. And again, make any adjustments you need to widen the sitting bones, to arch the lower back by coming up on a little height like a folded blanket. So you have a lengthening of the spine on the inhale and a gradual stretching in the lower back as you exhale and lean forward. The crown of the head pointing the way forward. The shoulders staying back, away from the ears. You can do this. Have faith in yourself, and through your dedication to the practice, your persistence, you will achieve success. Now relax and lift up to a straight back. And lift up the left knee. Thread the right heel underneath, bring it back towards the left hip. Now, wrap the right elbow in front of the left knee and twist towards the left, turning the shoulders, turning the head. This is Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fish. Now unwind, turning to the right next. Lift the right knee up, thread the left heel underneath. Hug the right knee into the chest so you're sitting up tall and straight. And then hook the left elbow around the right knee. And use the right hand behind you to keep your spine from tilting back. And just rotate, spiraling up through the spinal column, one vertebrae at a time, until your gaze is back over your right shoulder. Okay, now release the twist. And if you're hoping for an inversion, we will do that. And if you don't feel you want to, don't have to, do a headstand. So Shirshasana. So the way I would instruct someone new to this would be to have a wall about 6 inches to 10 inches in front of you, in front of where you're clasping your hands. So I would have a wall in front of me, about a hand span away from where I'm holding my hands, interlacing the fingers except for the pinkies, which are flat together. And then tuck the chin so the head will come into that cradle of the hands, and the thumbs holding around the back of the skull. Okay. So I'll start close to the crown of the head in order to get my hips up and over the shoulders. So I'll walk the feet in, and one foot at a time, lift up until the knees are lifted, but they're still bent. Okay, and then I'll gradually extend the legs and straighten them. And the heels would be resting against the wall if the wall was behind me. Now I'm shifting a little bit more towards my forehead. So the pressure point, instead of being right around the crown of the head, I'm going to shift to more towards the forehead. So there's a little bit more arch in the neck. And I'll start back bend. So I'll do a scorpion headstand. Another key action of integrating the shoulders into the back. And at this point, my forehead is pretty much the balance point. And when you're finished, just lower one leg at a time. Keep the head down while you lower the knees. Take a resting breath with the head still down. And then just sit back to child's pose. And spin over onto your back. Now, stretch out the legs and lift the right leg up, holding the back of the thigh, or putting a loop of a strap over the arch of the foot. Over a series of breaths, you can try and straighten the right knee more. Maybe bringing the hands up towards the ankle to bring the leg closer to your head. Or some yogis will use the toe lock around the big toe and hold there, assuming that you can keep your head and shoulders on the floor if you do that. Now release that right leg down Lift the left leg up and interlace hands behind the left thigh or use a strap. And over a series of breaths, you might be climbing the hands up towards the ankle or holding the big toe with the left fingers. Release the left foot down and lift both knees up, walking the heels in for bridge pose. Arch the lower back, tuck the shoulder blades under, and then press the feet and elbows down, lift the sides of the hips up. And the hands might be helping lift the buttocks so you can walk the heels in closer and get the hips as high as possible. Holding them up now with muscular energy in the legs, try to clasp the hands under the back and tuck the shoulder blades together, increasing the lift in the heart. You can do this. One more breath. And release the hands and lower the buttocks down. Good. Open the knees apart so the soles of the feet are touching. Inhale, relax the lower back. Let it arch normally. And on the exhale, begin to flatten the lower back by pulling the navel down, the rib cage down, and the knees down. So you can use a little pressure on the thighs with the hands, but be sure to relax that pressure on the inhale so there's no restriction to inhibit the breath. And each breath can be whole and nourishing, full of hope, full of optimism. Now we can squeeze the knees together. Lift the feet, round the back, and you can hug the knees into the chest, taking them a little movement from side to side or circles. Or feel free to rock the hips up and legs over the head into plow. Now releasing plow, bend the knees to happy baby and hold the ankles or the feet as you roll the lower back down to the mat and pull the knees towards the armpits. Take another fun breath and happy baby. And then stretch the legs out away from you. Bring the elbows down to press into the mat and arch the chest up for a fish pose, Matsyasana. So lifting the chest, then tilt the head back. Your hands can hold on the sides of the buttocks or even tuck underneath the buttocks. Then the crown of the head tilts back close or floating just slightly above the floor or resting lightly on the floor. So there's this strong connection in the upper back and a wide opening in the chest and throat. Now, to come out of the pose, tilt the chin down, looking forward, and release back flat on the floor. You did it. Now open the legs, lift up the arms, take a full body stretch, spreading the fingers and the toes, moving the wrists and ankles, the head and the neck, the shoulders and the back, wiggling, stretching the hips and legs. Every muscle has a final wonderful stretch. Even the mouth and face and tongue stretching out. Like a scary face. And you're done relaxing now to Shavasana. And bringing the arms down by your side. Turn the palms face up. Press the back of the head down so you can slide the shoulder blades under the back and draw them together under the heart, giving the chest and lungs more space to breathe, and the back more support to relax and let go. Now you're finished the effort and you're ready to relax and release all that effort. Let it just drain away down into the floor. Releasing any negativity, any doubts or fears. Just let them go now as you rest, release, and breathe with your optimism, the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope. And if you want to call on Ganesh, the remover of obstacles, you can think of Ganesh the way MC Yogi does. Ganesh is so fresh, chilling on his throne, surrounded by incense, fruit, and gold. With a heap of sweets piled in his bowl, he guards the gate and protects the threshold. When you're blessed by Ganesh, then you can travel on a sacred journey to an inner temple. He paves the path that leads to the soul, and he's known for removing all obstacles. Now some may think it's illogical, a myth, or just philosophical, but Ganesh makes everything possible because elephant power's unstoppable. Believe in yourself, and you are unstoppable. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Now start to deepen your breath and reawaken the muscles in your body as you start to move and stretch them. Awaken the mind to this present time and place. Opening the eyes and rolling over to your side. Take a moment, digest all the wisdom, hope, and faith that your practice has engendered. And then start to rise back up to your easy seated pose, Sukhasana. Bless you all. May you have hope and faith in the future, in yourselves, and one another. Namaste.